Hi guys and welcome. When it comes to applying for a student loan, there are some things that you absolutely need to know. You want to make sure that you know the questions we're going to be talking about because they're going to help you make the right decisions when it comes to your loan. They can also help you avoid paying extra in the way of interest and more. On this video, we're going to review 11 important questions you should ask before applying to a student loan. Let's start. 1. Which type of loan should I get? You actually get to choose between two different types of loans, namely the federal loans and private loans. If you get a private loan, it comes from a private financial institution. If you get a federal one, it actually comes from the federal government and is one of three different specific types of loans. Direct subsidized. These loans are based on your financial need. Direct unsubsidized. These loans are offered to anyone without attention to financial need or credit. Direct plus. These loans are credit-based, but are not based on your income. In general, there are a number of things that you should be looking at when it comes to the different types of loans. You want to make sure you're looking at the different options within this category to make sure that you get something that works for you. You may or may not have a choice in the matter. For example, if you have financial need or if you don't have financial need, that may make your decision for you. If you're attending graduate school, you may end up with the same lack of choice overall. If you don't qualify for federal loans, or at least not enough federal loans, you may want to look into private loans instead. These are generally going to be available through a credit union or a bank. They're not in any way connected to the federal government. There are some benefits, but there are some drawbacks as well, such as the higher interest rates and the need for credit history to qualify. Not as many students can qualify for these. You may need to get a cosigner in order to qualify, or you may need to weigh out other options first. After all, you want to get the money you need, but these are generally not the way to do it. 2. What will college cost yearly? There are a number of factors that are going to play into just how much it costs for you to go to school for a year. If you go to a private school, it's going to cost more. If you go to a public school, it will generally cost less, but you can find ways to reduce the costs. You can also save some money in different ways. Pay attention to all of the different aspects of the school you're considering. You can also check their website to find out more about what they have to offer and just how much it's going to cost you to attend. Everything is usually available for you to look at directly from the website. 3. How much can I spend right now? Look at the money you have available in your personal accounts as well as any money that you might have in grants, scholarships, or offerings from family. All of this is going to make it easier for you to cut down on your loans. You want to look at what you have the ability to earn as well. When you go to school, you don't have to just go to classes and nothing else. You can still work and earn more money that can go toward your schooling. This is going to help you cut down on the loans you need the following year, and it can help you to pay down the loans that you already have. While you can't, most likely, earn enough during school to pay for everything, you can definitely make a dent in what you're going to be putting into a loan. That's going to be an extremely important way to go. 4. What should I take out? Consider how much you take as a loan very carefully. You don't want to take more than you have to, but for some people, it can be difficult to figure out just what that is. So, consider how much you're going to be able to pay for your education, and then consider just how much you will need depending on where you choose to go to school. You may need to reconsider some of your options, or where you thought you wanted to attend, based on the finances you have available. You'll want to look at not just how much you need to borrow right now, but also how much you need to borrow over the long term as well. Look at how many years of college you're going to have, and just how much you'll need to take out for each of those years in order to complete your degree. 5. How much is the interest? You're going to pay interest on your student loan. That much is a given. But how much you pay is going to vary based on the specific loan that you're looking at. Private loans are generally going to cost you more in interest than federal loans, for example. You may also be deciding between fixed rate and variable rate loans. A fixed rate means that the interest you pay at the beginning is the same interest you pay at the end. This doesn't account for the grace period available with student loans. A variable rate means that your interest rates may start at one level and then adjust based on the interest rates available in the market. With a federal loan, you're going to have a fixed rate, and private could be either. 6. What other options do you have? The school you're thinking about going to is unlikely to be your only option, so think about the other options that are out there. You may be able to choose a less expensive school, public universities are often a great alternative to a more expensive private school. You may be able to go to an in-state school instead of an out-of-state one. Or maybe you can attend a period of time at one school and then switch to a more expensive one. There are several different ways to cut down on the amount of debt that you have to take on. 7. What are the options to repay? If you take out a long-term loan, it means that you have a longer period of time during which you can pay back the loan. That means your monthly payments are going to be lower, but you'll have more in interest overall. It could take you up to 30 years to pay off those loans, however. You also want to know what the options are for making those payments. The repayment schedule may be different depending on the type of loan that you get. A private loan will generally have an installment style. This means that you're going to make monthly payments every month until the loan is completely paid off. With a federal loan, you're generally going to pay the same way, but you can choose other options. Another option is to pay according to your income. These types of payments allow you to lower your payments if you have a low-income job. You may also be able to pause payments for a period of time. You want to know what the repayment options are going to be before you jump into anything. That means talking with the lender about any of your options and anything else that might affect the way that you repay your loan. If something comes up and you don't have any money, you may want to have options. With private loans, it's a little bit harder for you to get those options. With a federal loan, you may have more freedom to change out the way that your payments are made, or even how much you actually have to pay for those types of services. You want to know about any fees, penalties, or anything else that might happen with federal or private loans as well. 8. How long will repayment take? It's a good idea to know just how long you're actually going to find yourself in debt. How long is it going to take to pay off the loans that you're taking out? If you follow the agreed upon schedule, will you pay it off in 10 years, 20, 30, or maybe more? As long as you know what you're getting into, it's not a bad thing to take out any type of loan, but you need to be aware of what you're actually signing up for. If you're okay with the length of time it's going to take you to pay that loan in full, then that's acceptable. The best thing you can do is pay attention to where you are now and just how things are going to be when that loan finally ends. Are you going to be in a position toward the end of that time where you're still able to make those payments or want to make those payments? 9. How will this affect my credit score? You may not even really be thinking about your credit score, but you should be. You want to make sure that you know just how much a loan is going to affect you, and you definitely want to know about how long that impact is going to be there. Even loans that are still in deferment count against your credit score. Any kind of debt, the amount of it, the late payments, and a whole lot more are going to impact you, so it's important that you're paying attention to all of these things and making wise decisions. 10. Who is responsible for the loan? If you're getting a loan and your parents are helping you in the process, you may be signing them up for responsibility on your loan. You want to make sure that everyone involved knows what they're doing at the time they sign on that line. If you sign a loan with your parents, it means that they are also responsible. Also, if you fail to make the payments, it can affect their credit as well. If your parents are planning to make payments on the loan, whether all or some, that's also something that you should both discuss. You want to know what you're getting into, who is making those payments, when they need to make the payments, and more. All of these things will help you all to keep your credit score as good as possible. 11. Is there another option? Look into every form of financial aid that you can before you agree to sign for a loan. If you can get free money from anywhere, you want to get that first. If you can't, then a federal loan is generally going to be the best way to go. In case you can't get quite enough through that federal loan, however, you may have to look into private loans to help you cover the rest. No matter what, you want to know how you can get the costs down. Find out if you can qualify for reduced rates from your college or university. Find out about scholarships for merit or for special circumstances. You may be able to find more opportunities than you think. Talking to the financial aid department is a great way to get started and find out what's available for you. That's it for now. On our website, you can find more posts and podcasts, as well as calculators and other financial tools. What is your question? We would love to know your thoughts, so feel free to share them with us in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the best financial videos for free.